This is my review of the Stalker tree stand or the Stalker tree climber from Muddy. I just picked this up from Cabela's last night. I did have a chance to try it out a little bit. I wanted to do this review because when I was looking at tree stands and I was interested in this one, it seemed like there weren't too many reviews out there that were too helpful. So hopefully this is helpful to some people. When looking at the tree stands, there's three things that I wanted. One was affordability. This one is $200. It's about half the price of some of the high-end tree stands out there, so it's very affordable. Two, I wanted something that was strong and secure. This one is rated for 300 pounds, so it's very strong. And three, I wanted something that was lightweight, easy to carry in and out of the forest. This one is listed at 15 pounds. It's very light. I can pick it up easily. I can throw it over my shoulder, carry it in and out of the forest without having any issues at all. So it comes in this box. There's very minimal assembly to do. One thing I had to do was put on the backpack straps, which was fairly easy. You just go ahead and slide the straps into the buckle. It's actually pretty secure, very secure actually, top and bottom. And then the unique thing about these straps is that it's padded for the hiking. That'll be good for your shoulders. And then it comes with the middle buckle here. You can strap it once you put it on as a backpack and you strap it in. There's more leverage, kind of like a hiking backpack, so that takes some stress off your shoulders as well. So that's pretty good. And the other assembly I had to do was put on the foot straps. They're a little different from other foot straps I use, but you know, it's a foot straps. It works. Here's the top platform. The arms are just like the bottom platform where there's no locking mechanism. It kind of moves back and forth. But I'll put this on the tree. I'll show you that once it's on the tree, and because you're pulling on these wires, it won't move at all. There's the same locking mechanism here with the pin. So I think this is I think it's one of my favorite because it's a combination of the locking pin and a combination of this feature, which I've seen one or the other on tree stands. I've never seen a combination of both. And I think it's a good feature. And then it obviously comes with the padding. It has Velcro all around it, which is good. And then the padding itself is just pipe insulation, so once it gets worn down, you can easily replace it, which I like. And then the seat, it's a netting seat. I tried it yesterday. It was pretty comfortable because it's form-fitting. So I actually do like that. My only question is, you know, with all the sliding back and forth of the netting, you know, how long would this last? That I have no idea yet. So here's the bottom platform, or the foot platform. And as far as the belt that goes around the tree, this is the system that it uses. There's an opening here, and the wire, it's a pretty strong wire. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, and you just stick that in here like so. And you never want to use the first point, so you want to go at least the second point. But for demonstrating on this tree, I'm going to go all the way to the second last point, and it pushes in, and you pull it, and that point gets stuck right there. So that's one safety feature. The other is this mechanism that comes down, and then there's a pin which stays here all the time, so you're never going to lose it. It's strapped on with one of these metal chains. So you just take the pin, stick it through the pinhole. There's a hole on both sides, so it comes out right there. I'm trying to do it with this one hand, so it's a little tough. But you hook that on, and it locks on, and it doesn't come off, so this should stay where it's at. And for the other side, same thing. There's the opening, You just stick that in like so, up to the point that works for the tree. Pull it, close the locking mechanism down, and again, here's the safety pin where it'll always be here, it won't fall off. Just stick it through. Again, it's actually pretty easy, but I'm trying to do this with one hand, so it's a little tougher. And then just lock it right there, and it won't move, it won't open. The teeth, it's fairly sharp. Just give it a good step and it should grip right on. And again, as I mentioned earlier, they kind of move, so I was concerned about that. But once you're on here, and because it's so tight, it shouldn't move, and it grips on pretty tight. So here I am. It's pretty secure, it feels secure. There's the non-slip. The non-slip material is all over the platform, which is pretty good. It feels pretty good on my boots. And that's the bottom platform. So here's the top and the bottom platform. As you can see, it's pretty big and roomy, so it allows you to sit and climb. The netting seat, as I mentioned, it's pretty comfortable because it's form-fitting. The mechanisms, the locking mechanisms are exactly the same. You put this in there, there's the stopper, and then there's the lock. And then there's the safety pin that goes through. Locks that up, so that's secure. And this side, same thing. And then the wobbly arms, but once you're on here and once there's pressure, it barely moves, and it's still secure because this is secure. Okay, so here I am. Here's the top platform. I'm sitting on the bar back here. It's rated for 300 pounds. It feels pretty secure. I don't have any issues with it. Bottom platform is pretty secure. As you can see here, the teeth, they're digging in the tree pretty good. Obviously, it depends on the type of tree or how cold it is, but for the most part, I think it works the way it should. The chain around the tree, it's secure. Once you got the pin and the mechanism down, it shouldn't open at all, so that's secure. The net seating, here's the foot lock for when you lift and climb. The platform has a non-slip on it. It's pretty secure, it's good. And there's plenty of room, there's plenty of space for you to rest your gun, just kind of hang out on the tree. Net seating. As I move around, I'm trying to move around, and the tree stand is pretty secure. Get up, move around. So I'm going to try to hold the camera with one hand and climb the tree. Let's see how that works. Actually, I'm going to set it down really quick so I can lift the top platform. Lifting the top, standing. So I'm sitting, and you can see that it's still digging into the tree pretty well. So that's pretty secure. Just kind of bouncing here, it feels secure. Stick my feet down here, the locks, and then there's also the ankle lock right here, which I'm not using at the moment. Lifting, stepping, it's secure as well. Lifting the top platform. And it's digging as I go up, which is good. Lifting. Want to make sure it's secure. So I'm a little bit off the ground now. Turning around and sitting back down. No issues whatsoever. Platform, non-stick. Netting seems pretty comfortable. I haven't sat up here for more than 10 minutes, so wouldn't know how long before it starts getting uncomfortable. For the most part, it's just like sleeping in a hammock. Lots of room. Put the gun there. And that's pretty much it. Pretty satisfied with the buy. It was half the price of the Lone Wolf for $200 plus tax or plus shipping, depending on your shipping options. Lone Wolf is about $400. Again, this is the Muddy Stalker, or the Stalker by Muddy. I'd have to see how it does in the woods, but as far as trying it out in my backyard, it looks and feels good. It's comfortable, and pretty happy with it. Climb back down, let's pack it away. You just remove the straps. So I've got both platforms off the tree. You just fold these flat. The top platform just goes on top of the bottom platform. I don't have the ropes with me, but you just tie them up together, and then it's flat. You have your backpack straps, and you just carry it out.